Hi, boys and girls. So we left off on pages or on chapters 13 and 14, and here are chapters 15 and 16. Chapter 15. We loved noodles and maple syrup for dinner. Eleanor made a salad all on her own of ripped lettuce, some small pieces, some huge pieces, baby carrots she hadn't cut because she was too young for a knife, cherry tomatoes, and something else. "What's this?" I asked. "Popcorn," said Eleanor. "Quite good, Eleanor," said Mama. "I thought I smelled popping corn." "Surprisingly good," said Papa. Bryn. "Sounds good to me." Grace. "And me." Papa leaned over and picked a piece of paper off the floor. He held it up for Mama to see. "That is the beginning of Marvelous's poem to little Joseph," he said. "Who is little Joseph?" asked Mama. "Weenie," said Eleanor. Papa read. "Oh, dear little Joseph, sweet and pink and round." "Sounds like a plum," said Papa. Bryn. "Or a candied apple." Grace. "What do you know about candy apples?" Bryn. "I ate one off the sidewalk once." Grace walked over to Papa and took the paper out of his hands. She dropped it in the wastebasket. "I love you, Grace," Mama said. "Thank you." Grace. "My pleasure. It is bad writing." We all smiled, but only Mama thought we were smiling at her. And then all the lazy days were over. The nights grew a little colder. Soon it would be fall. Eleanor went off to preschool all dressed up. Max and I went to 5th grade to find that we had the same teacher as we did in 4th grade. That made us happy. Miss Braden was smart, and she could shoot baskets at recess better than any of us. She never missed a free throw. Papa went back to his classes at college. That left Mama home with the dogs. I know they watched her. I know they kept her company. I know Bryn took naps with her, gracefully stretched out on the bed beside Mama. Still, I worried. Maybe worry was not the word. I was afraid about Mama going to the hospital. I came home from school each day, afraid she might have gone. First, I would see Biddy watching out the front window. There's the kids going off to school. Sometimes jumping up and down when he saw me. Neo met me at the door, nosing my hand. I'd find Grace, Bryn, and Mama, the 3 females keeping watch together in the kitchen, waiting. Since Papa taught classes during the day, he wrote at night now, the splash of lamplight falling down on the wooden stairs. Sometimes I could hear the soft clicking of the computer keys. Sometimes I'd walk quietly up the stairs with the dogs lying on the oriental rug. We would turn our heads and look at him. It was like I had 4 sisters, Eleanor, Bryn, Grace, and Lula, 2 brothers, Neo and Biddy, with another to come. Chapter 16. Leaves were beginning to fall. When Papa and I walked the dogs, their legs rustled up leaves with enough noise so Papa and I didn't talk. I liked walking with Papa and not talking. Even the dogs didn't talk. Outside, around other dogs, they acted more like dogs than people. They acted more like dogs, pretending to be submissive, growling, and all those dog things. Ruby, the Boston Terrier, was at the park. She raced around and round. Grace sat like a queen and watched. "If Grace could roll her eyes, she would," said Papa as we sat at the park bench. "Magic," I said. "I never believed in magic." "Neither did I," said Papa. "I never believed in magic. Not until I came home." "For a while I didn't miss you when you were gone," I said suddenly, "when the dogs first came." "I can understand that," said Papa, turning to look down at me. "I meant it when I said they are better family than I ever was." And I was angry that Eleanor had to dream about you at night instead of flowers and fairies and magic, I said. But now, I said, I would miss you if you went away. I could feel tears in my eyes. Neo, as he always did, put his paw in my lap. Papa put his arm around me, and the dogs all looked at him. I would miss you too, William. Which is why I'll never go away again, said Papa. Ever. Everything was still. Then Biddy, because he couldn't stand it anymore, raced off after Ruby. We sat with the rest of the dogs as leaves drifted down around us like feathers. Chapter 17. All right, boys and girls, we're going to stop there. I will read those last 2 chapters at our Google Meet tomorrow. And then if you did not get to hear them, I will read them, and then I'll put the next 2 chapters on the Google Classroom. If you have questions or comments about the book, please put them in the comment section of our Google Classroom, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, boys and girls.